Yo, what's up, family? Before we start the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and share to any and everyone that you can, just so we get out there a little bit more. With that being said, let's get right into the video. Dallas Mavericks rookie big Moussa Cisse had a phenomenal career high night against the New York Knicks, and I want to take a look. So let's get into the film. All right, how y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, make sure to take your shoes off before you come out. And Moussa Cisse had a career high 15 points, and he added in 9 rebounds and 4 blocks on his MLK Day game against the New York Knicks. And man, this rookie class just has like so many guys that have shown that they can be contributors at the NBA level. The Mavericks have 2 undrafted guys, him and Ryan Nembhard. Obviously, you have Cooper Flagg, but like this draft class, top to bottom, drafted, undrafted, two-way, 10-day guys, a lot of guys have shown stuff. And I don't remember a draft class that has this many guys in their first year show that they can be contributors. Just a little background on Cisse. He's a 23-year-old, 6'11" big who spent 5 years in college, went to Memphis, then went to Oklahoma State for 2 years, then Ole Miss, and then he finished at Memphis and went back there for his last year. His last 5 games in the NBA, he is averaging 8 points, 10 rebounds, 3.5 of those are offensive, 2 blocks of steal, in only 19 minutes. And when I'm looking at him, right, so this is my first full game I actually watch him, right? I've seen a couple clips, like I've seen people on Twitter like saying this guy can really be something, right? So I know that this is a raw athlete, right? This is a 23-year-old big. He hasn't played much, right? What I'm looking for is traits. I'm looking for movement traits. I'm looking for IQ traits. Like I'm looking for something that I can cling to and say that, okay, if he keeps building on these things, he can be good. Now, the movement traits at 6'11", he has them, bro. He really has them. And of course, I'm going to show a lot more of that as this video goes on, but he does a nice little back pedal there, a little quick for a 6'11" guy, and he doesn't show any like stiffness. He's really fluid. And going against Mitchell Robinson, it was a very good test. Mitchell Robinson killed him on the offensive glass, but him learning from this and showing some possession that he can bang with Mitchell Robinson and actually find his body and getting boards was a plus. All right, so he made a good short roll pass on the play before this. They didn't hit the shot, but it was a basic short roll read that, of course, these bigs these days have to be able to make, right? So I'm glad that he made that. Here, I'm not gonna paint that he's a perfect player. Right here, you see the turnover does a little bit too much, but again, athlete, he works hard, has a motor right there, gets the block, gets the ball back for his team, and that leads to a 3. So Klay Thompson's gonna knock this down. Mitchell Robinson doesn't step up, right? They show him a little bit right here, and we go back, and again, Mitchell Robinson was a great test for him. Early on, it wasn't that prevalent, but as the game went on, Mitchell Robinson was just like got every offensive rebound. Here he does a nice job finding his body, boxing him out. Well, Mitchell Robinson still got the rebound, but he also has nice hands, which we will show later too. He also did have a couple screen assists in his game, and especially for bigs that aren't going to be spacing the floor like that, you have to be able to screen. He did a lot of good work with Klay Thompson and Ryan Nembhard in the screening game, so I like that for him. He did get like 2 legal screens, but sometimes it's because of the guard just going too fast. But here the Mavericks run stagger screens for Klay Thompson. Stagger screens are 2 of the same off-ball screens with just a little bit of space in between them. So Klay Thompson's going to aim to come off both of these to get an open shot. Good screen by JRE right there on Landry Shamet, and then Moussa Cisse hits him too. Klay Thompson hits a 3. Okay, when I first saw this, I clipped it with the hopes that the Mavericks would use it, right? Again, I'm looking for traits, I'm looking for movement skills, I'm looking for IQ, I'm looking for motor, I'm looking for traits, right? The movement skills are there, right? So I clipped this in hopes that the Mavericks will use this, right? Him running the floor super hard. Now, Mitchell Robinson isn't the greatest straight line speed guy, right? But for him to be 6'11", and for him to be that fast running the floor, Mitchell Robinson is ahead of him. He does loaf a little bit, but centers tend to not be the quickest guys, right? But him moving like this, I hope that they use it, and they did. All right, Siri gets another screen assist, this time with the Vergile screen. A Vergile screen is, of course, named after Anderson Vergile. When a big comes up to a defensive player, and then they flip the angle of the screen before they screen. So it's him coming to this side of Landry Shamet, and then at the very late right there, turns, flips the angle of the screen so Max Christie can't get open. In drop coverage is Mitchell Robinson, and he has space for a 3. Then we go to the defense side of the ball. They play good defense. Knicks run their offense. OG Anunoby sets a go screen, gets open, well, not open, but he drives. Cisse says, get that out of here, 1 of his 4 blocks. And then that leads to another 3. If you are a big in high school, in college, trying to go pro, if you're a big in the pros that's trying to make a way, please, I beg you, watch film on the best screeners that you can and try to emulate them. If you are a big trying to make a way, screening is one of the easiest, not easiest ways, but it's one of the most straightforward paths to being a really good big, because of course it gets your teammates open, right? But it only helps you if you screen well, right? That helps you in so many ways. A guard never forgets a great screener. A guard never forgets a great screener. You help them, they help you, right? And even on possessions where they don't directly pass to you, this is what good screener does. So he sets another good screen on Landry Shaman. Gets Ryan Nembhard downhill one-on-one with Mitchell Robinson. Now, him creating this switch because he set a really good screen means that the center is off of him. So offensive rebound opportunities are open, putback opportunities are open, and if he passes to him, all these small guys has to go with Cisse, right? Which isn't a recipe for success for the defense, right? So Andrew, Ryan Nembhard does a good job, right? Attacking Mitchell Robinson. He jumps. Free offensive putback right there for Cisse. And again, I'm looking for movement skills. He running up the court, backpedaling, hips flowing. So a 6'11" guy, fluid hips. Okay, he nice nimble feet. Jalen Brunson goes over there. He's sliding his feet, cutting that off. Right, gets back to Mitchell Robinson. You see the Gortat screen there by Mitchell Robinson, but he still has that length right there to put his hand on Jalen Brunson, making sure he doesn't think that he's open. That's some impressive feat for the big man there. All right, so this was really, really impressive, right? Young big man. Young rim protecting, shot blocking big man. Oh, sorry. Let me tell y'all some numbers right quick. He rebounds 16.2% of his team's misses, which is in the 99th percentile. On the defensive side, he averages 4.8 blocks per 100 possessions, which is in the 99th percentile. 4.7 stop percentage, which is in the 98th percentile. Teams shoot 7.6% less at the rim on him when he's contesting. 27.5% block rate on contests, which is in the 96th percentile. So this is a real like shot blocker. He hasn't played a lot of time. I think he's only played like 300 minutes this season, right? But in his 300 minutes, he's a real shot blocker. With a young shot blocking big man, pump fakes are their worst enemy, right? Guys doing pump fakes, decel steps, get them in the air, they can get into foul trouble. He does foul some. This was really impressive. Jalen Brunson, one of the craftier players in this league, right? Does a little fake pass there, Euro step, and decels. Look at Cisse, bro. He was about to jump through the roof to get this. Sees that Jalen Brunson is doing the decel step, and instead of jumping and getting a foul, he fakes his jump and bats the ball down. And then again, the movement skills, fight for the ball, and he outruns Mitchell Robinson again, but he doesn't get the ball. Okay, just keep running hard, young man. I promise you. All right, so again, we got him on defense. Jalen Brunson curling that screen here. Look how much space he covers right there. Right, he gets there, knows the time, and sees it and gets that right. But again, Mitchell Robinson doesn't get one there. But again, he just moves Cisse wherever he wanted to all night. He almost gets the offensive rebound here, but again, this is a learning experience for him. All right, Siri boxing out Mitchell Robinson does a nice job keeping him off the glass. His teammate comes to clean up the board because he boxed out. And again, look at him running. Finally, thank you, Ryan Nembhard. Thank you. Reward him. He's been running the floor this hard all night. Every single time, whether it's Mitchell Robinson, whether it's Anthony Towns, whether it's somebody else, he outran them. And this is how you reward your big man for playing hard and running hard. That's going to make him keep running the floor hard every game if his teammates get him. And that can be an advantage because of the movement skills that he has at 6'11" over the other centers. And then we talk about the movement skills again. They're going to get the ball. He's going to switch onto Mikal Bridges. Does a phenomenal job staying with him and contesting the mid-range jumper. All right, so something else I liked about him was his IQ and off-ball movement. So when guys would drive towards him, he would switch dunker spots so they can have a more open lane, or he can be in the passing window if they need to pass to him, and that can open up him for offensive rebound putbacks and stuff like that. So he moves well off the ball. So you see, right, he is in this lane of Max Christie, right? So when Max Christie gets the ball, he's gonna move to the center so that now if Anthony Towns stays here, he's wide open. He's open for this lob right here. Max Christie chooses a floater, but he's able to get the board and go back up for the finish. And here, just look at the length and the athleticism, man. So Cole gets him with a little half spin right there, but he has absolutely no chance on this. Look at how his length and his athleticism makes up for the half a step that he lost. I don't really know that he got that, but that's a hell of a contest. But that is a video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe, and share it in and everyone that you can, just so we get out there a little bit more. I will see you guys in the next video. This is Nick. Peace.